Episode 4: The Corridor of Embodiment. First steps as the new identity. The corridor after the threshold. Once you cross the threshold, something subtle but irreversible happens. You don't explode into fireworks. You don't collapse either. You stabilize. This is the corridor of embodiment, the space where the old survival-based identity has lost its grip, but the new self is still calibrating its stance in the world. This phase is quiet, private, unperformative, and for that reason, it's often misunderstood. Yes, it is one of the most important phases of the entire awakening spiral. Carl Jung called this individuation, the moment when the psyche no longer orbits external approval but begins to organize around its own center. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Carl Jung. In this corridor, you no longer need to prove who you are. You no longer argue with reality. You no longer negotiate with what drains you. You simply stand. What actually changes here? Some examples. Many people think awakening is about motivation, but motivation belongs to survival. What replaces it here is excitement without anxiety. Examples you may recognize. Old ideas return, not as pressure but as clarity. Projects once abandoned reappear, refined and obvious. Fear-based distractions lose their charge. Your nervous system feels relief from not having to decide anymore. Neuroscience confirms this shift. When the nervous system exits chronic threat mode, the prefrontal cortex regains dominance, clarity, discernment, and long-range vision returns. This is not spiritual, this is biological and spiritual. As Dr. Porges' polyvagal theory shows, safety is the prerequisite for creativity. Embodiment is not mystical escape, it is regulated presence. Why delays were never failures? Here is one of the most important reframes of this phase. Your delays were recalibration. The system slowed you down because precision mattered more than speed. Just like a bow pulling back before release, energy consolidates before it accelerates. Mystics knew this. Taoism calls it Wu Wei, effortless alignment. Alchemy calls it coagula. After dissolution, form reorganizes. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Lao Tzu. When resistance ends, energy stops leaking. When leaks seal, power concentrates. When power concentrates, acceleration becomes inevitable and sustainable. The interval shift you may notice. Less mental noise, fewer internal debates, faster, cleaner decisions, more obvious yeses and nos, emotional footing without numbing, a sense of standing alone, but not lonely. This is not detachment. This is self-sourcing. You are no longer borrowing identity from pain, roles, or urgency. The science of a steady signal. Physics mirrors this phase perfectly. A coherent signal doesn't need to be loud. It needs to be stable. Quantum systems collapse into form based on coherence, not force. This is why luck disappears. Resonance replaces effort. Magnetism replaces chasing. You didn't get lucky, you prepared the dwelling place. Companion practice, the stabilization hold. This will last 5 to 7 minutes. Use this practice daily during this phase. The purpose is to anchor the new identity into the nervous system and biofield. The practice: number 1, sit upright, feet on the floor. Number 2, place one hand on your heart and one on your lower belly. Number 3, inhale for 5 counts, exhale for 7 counts. Number 4, feel the weight of your body. Number 5, say internally, I allow my new baseline to settle. Nothing needs to be forced. I trust the timing of coherence. The signs it's working: a sigh without trying, subtle warmth in the chest or spine, mental quietness, relief without explanation. This is integration. The quiet arrival. There is no applause here, no announcement, no validation, just honesty, gratitude, sincerity, and a knowing I have arrived somewhere real this time. This is the corridor where the signal stabilizes enough to call in new timelines, not because you want them, but because they match your vibration. Welcome to your new timeline. Subscribe to Stillfire 1111, download the free companion ebook Energy is Everything, using science and spirit to master vibrational reality, which is free for subscribers. Share this episode with someone stabilizing after a major shift. Comment, share if you recognize this corridor. We are not performing awakening, we are embodying it. The frequency calls, the fire rises. Enter at your own shift.